It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the American League Central, the Cleveland Indians only allowed 2 hits in the game as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 4-0. As of right now, the Tigers are in 4th place in the AL Central, while the Indians are atop the division. The Red Sox earned the 3-game series sweep as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 10-1. The win was their 5th straight as a team. As of today, the Red Sox are in 1st place in the American League East, while the White Sox sit in last place in the American League Central Division. The Minnesota Twins finished off a 3-game sweep as they destroyed the Angels 10-2. At the start of the day, the Twins sit in 2nd place in the AL Central Division, and the Angels sit in 2nd place in the American League West. The Kansas City Royals amassed 14 hits in the game as they defeated the A's in Oakland 6-4. In the standings, the A's sit in 3rd place in the American League West Division, and the Royals sit in 3rd place in the American League Central. The Mariners knocked out 12 hits as a team as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 5-3. As of right now, the Rays sit in 3rd place in the American League East Division, and the Mariners sit in last place in the American League West Division. Dylan Bundy got the W and now has 5 this year as the Orioles down the Blue Jays 4-2. Entering the day's action, the Blue Jays sit in 4th place in the American League East Division, while the Orioles are 2nd in the division. The Houston Astros completed the long 4-game sweep as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 8-3. Heading into the day, the Rangers are in 3rd place in the AL West, and the Astros are atop the division. The Miami Marlins allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they bested the visiting Padres 4-3. At the start of the day, the Marlins sit in 4th place in the National League East Division, while the Padres are in last place in the NL West. The San Francisco Giants smacked 15 team hits as they took down the Nationals in Washington 10-7. In the standings, the Nationals sit atop the NL East, while the Giants are in 2nd place in the NL West. The New York Mets swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Yankees 9-4. As of today, the Mets sit in 2nd place in the National League East Division, while the Yankees are in 4th place in the AL East. The Brewers completed a 3-game series sweep as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 6-5. It was their 5th straight victory. Entering the day's action, the Phillies sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division, while the Brewers are in 2nd place in the NL Central. The Pittsburgh Pirates picked up 14 hits in total as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 10-7. At the start of the day, the Cubs sit in 1st place in the National League Central Division, while the Pirates are at the bottom of the division. The Cardinals held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 6-1. In the standings, the Reds sit in 3rd place in the National League Central Division, while the Cardinals are 3rd in the division. Jake McGee collected win number 3 this year, leading the Rockies to a win against the Diamondbacks 3-1. Heading into the day, the Rockies sit in 3rd place in the National League West Division, and the Diamondbacks are 4th in the division. Logan Forsythe grabbed 3 runs driven in as the Dodgers got the best of the Braves 6-3. He also extended his hitting streak to a modest 8 straight. Entering the day's action, the Dodgers are atop the NL West, while the Braves sit in last place in the National League East. And that's what's happening around the baseball world heading into today. Join us again tomorrow for the latest from around Major League Baseball.
Just about set for baseball here at Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Cleveland Indians and the Chicago White Sox. These two will have a likely impact in this series. Game 1 is next. Carlos Rodon will get the starting assignment in this one for the Chi Sox. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Start of a 4-game set as the game's first pitch misses for ball 1. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. It was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Yeah, Matty, I hope these guys were listening today during the hitters meeting, because they have not been swinging the bats well. They only scored 1 run in the loss yesterday, and somewhere along the line, this offense has to execute at a higher level if this team's going to compete.
A little chilly but not unbearable tonight. 55 degrees here at first pitch. 2-1 now to the Tribe's leadoff man. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the leadoff hitter reaches with good speed. The 2-hole hitter can handle the bat. We'll see if they have a play on here with nobody out. So coming to the plate, Jason Kipnis, having a very nice year, currently 2nd in the American League in batting average entering play. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball down near the shoe tops. Previously against Carlos Rodon, he has 7 hits in 29 at-bats. Here it comes, 1-0. And a neck-high fastball that time. Rodon has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that. And before the pitch here, time is asked for and granted by Woody Keller, the home plate umpire. 2-0 count. The pitch is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
You know, Matty, I'll never understand this. You work so hard throughout the course of the season and course of this game to get in 1-0, 2-0, 3-1 counts. Guarantee yourself a fastball 80 to 90% of the time, and he takes it. Just can't understand the methodology there.
And set up behind the dish is Woody Keller, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, D-Row, Woody Keller's a good umpire, but at times the consistency kind of wavers a little bit. I'm not sure if you'd say he's a low ball umpire or a high ball umpire. Sometimes his zone changes from game to game.
Yeah, he can be a little inconsistent, Dan, no question about it, but he's approachable. As an offensive player, I just want to be able to turn around and say, is that as far as you're going today? And Woody will usually give you an answer.
Wow, you know he's not happy with that call. When it crossed the plate, it sure looked like a strike to me. Seemed to catch a ton of the plate. That's a tough way to give up a walk, but he's got to put it behind him now.
Into the box, Jose Ramirez has come up big in spots like this more than once this year. Currently second in the AL in RBIs. Decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. And the fastball sails on him, and that gets away. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
Now time asked for and granted by the home plate umpire. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Lindor on second. Kipnis at first with no outs. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Garcia ranging back. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, I know these pitchers are going to be very careful when dealing with Jason Kipnis. He comes in hitting over 320, and to carry that kind of average, that's awfully impressive. People start to take notice. I'm noticing right now, so let's see if he's able to show us some of that hot hitting in this one.
Edwin Encarnacion now. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Now a look and a throw back to second. And they got him. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Missed with a slider. Runner on first with 2 away. Hit on the ground toward the left. He's got it, and he'll go the short way to retire the side. Indians leave 1. Indians nothing. White Sox coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Trevor Bauer, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Now at the plate, Jacob May. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Fellas, we check out the Tribe as they begin here tonight. They did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead. You start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And that one just missed outside. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
That pitch just had too much velocity on it for you to catch up to that. Unless you're cheating to a high fastball above the belt and you're all in, I say you got to find a way to lower your sights or it's going to be a tough game.
Grounded down the third baseline. The 2-2 one more time. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking. Time now to check the starting lineup card for the Chi Sox in this one. What's your take as they try to get back to their winning ways, D-Row?
Matty, this team's lineup is dead last in batting average, and I tell you what, that does not bode well for the rest of the season. If you do not have professional at-bats up and down the lineup, or at least 6 to 7 guys, it is eventually going to catch up to you.
Ready now for the White Sox, Avisail Garcia. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball that finds the outside corner. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Down the third baseline. And that finds its way through for a base hit. He'll get it into second. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And this is a fair ball as it'll make its way toward the 335 sign. He pulls into second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Every manager and every pitcher in the league loves to play with an early lead, and they've got one here. Back-to-back doubles put them up by a run with the opportunity to stretch the lead here with another dangerous hitter set to step up.
In now, Matt Davidson, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. His numbers against Trevor Bauer, not great. He's 1 for 8. The 1-0. Fouled off. Now the 1-1 pitch. A little bouncer that goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
Here now the 2-2. And this one's in the dirt. Now the payoff pitch home. And, whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4 according to Woody Keller.
Boy, oh boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher. He's definitely wondering, where the heck was that pitch? I think he called it high, but our strike zone says otherwise.
Stepping in, Wellington Castillo. And the White Sox looking for more here in the game's opening frame. From the belt, the pitch. And that misses ball 1.
That's how quick an inning can potentially get away from you out there. You get the first 2 outs pretty quick. Next guy gets on, and now you're staring the number 4 hole hitter in the face with a runner in scoring position.
Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
We're playing 11, 1-1.
The 1-1 home. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Ripped down the first base line. He dives, but he can't pull it in, and it's down the line into right. And the runner is in from second.
Dan, that's a nice RBI base hit on a hard grounder down the first baseline. If the first baseman's holding him right there, it's probably a double play, but not the case.
No question about it, Buell. Sometimes it's a game of inches, and that ball hit were vacated where the first baseman, if he was holding on, that would probably have been one of those 3-6-3 double plays. Instead, it's down the line for a base hit.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. In the air, down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 1-2 now.
Hey, that's a huge pitch for him right there. He's been struggling early. If he's able to get any feel on his secondary stuff, he might be able to hang around a little bit.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. And low, it's a ball and a strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
And it's fouled away. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Striding in for the Indians, Michael Brantley. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. from the windup. The 1-1 pitch. Looped out towards short. And one gone.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox. And, guys, taking a look at this defense is going to have to be stout today. Starting pitcher with an ERA north of 5 usually spells some barrels being found by the opposition. So these guys better be on their toes in this one.
Now batting, Eric Thames, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And a ball, 1-0. One out, nobody on. One 0 pitch is right there, but ruled a ball. 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Three and 0 now.
3-0.
And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
Stepping up now, Hayden Mateo, and the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
Classic case right there of an off-speed pitch, and that hitter's eyes lit up and that front shoulder went flying. He's got to find a way to keep that thing tucked and play with the big part of the field.
And he takes this one high. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Sent on the ground out to second. Moncada fields it cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Tribe. They're down 2-0. Settling in now, Tim Anderson, set to lead off the home half of the second.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First pitch on its way. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Up around the face.
2-0.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
Now the 2-0 home. 2 balls and a strike now. Two and two.
Playing 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And he takes
Count
ball
is full.
3, so it's a full count now.
He walked the guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Line to the right side. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out their half of the second inning.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8, 9-hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you could swing the bat.
Now a move over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Ball.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. His numbers against Trevor Bauer, 2 hits in 7 tries. Now the 1-0. Misses for the second ball.
Wow, that's 40 pitches for him already. This doesn't have the makings of a start that he's going to go very deep.
Anderson on at first, nobody out. Pulled toward right center field. Naquin's on his horse. He's got it 1 away.
Here's how the Indians are setting up on D. And can we please focus on Francisco Lindor, one of my favorite players in the game? Let's check a few boxes. Charisma, check. Switch hitter, check. Cannon for an arm, check. Hit for power, check. Enough said.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Jacob May. He got called out on strikes his last time through. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Hit on the ground to third. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
Hey, I can't imagine that's a pitch he was looking for right there. But he did his best to keep his nose in there and drive that changeup for a base hit.
So here is Avisail Garcia as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Into the corner and slicing foul.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. He cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Swing and a little tapper. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Here's the 2-2. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And that's by him down the line in right field toward the corner. But the feet of the second baseman is a wild one. And the run will score from second as now it's a 3-0 game.
Nice piece of hitting right there. He obviously recognized Cutter away, stayed inside it, and was able to drive it the other way.
Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. Into the box now, Jose Abreu. And he puts it on the ground to second. And a glove flip for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Francisco Mejia. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. This is foul for the first strike. The 0-1 delivery. Hit back up the middle. Anderson brings it in. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. So with one away, let's give you a look at the standings in the American League's Central Division as you see where these two teams find themselves entering our ball game here today. So here's Francisco Lindor now. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. On a line, that's a base hit into left field. So a solid single to left, and that gives him a multi-hit game here tonight. And we'll call up our Indians leaderboard to show you that his total ranks him third best on the squad. In is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. He's set, and the pitch. A ball and no strikes.
1-0.
The left-handed hitting Kipnis awaits the 1-0. Hit down the line at first. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Lindor leads off first with one away. Looking at strike two, a fastball that catches the inside corner. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Anderson picks it up. A jumping catch at second for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Indians fail to score. They trail it here 3-0. So So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Matt Davidson, reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance.
Matt Davidson.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Hit high and deep to right center. And this will be pulled in just in front of the warning track for the first out.
Now batting, catcher, Wellington Castillo.
Striding in once again, Wellington Castillo. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch of the at-bat. Popped him up. Thames in foul ground. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The batter, number 10, second baseman, Yoan Moncada.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Yoan Moncada. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Bauer sets his sights. First pitch on its way. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. 2 out, nobody on. 2 balls and no strikes. The count to Yoan Moncada.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at-bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
And this is a called strike at the letters. Looked like ball 3, but make it 2-1 instead. Now the 2-1 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
This is good patience here to work at the 3-1, especially after 2 quick outs to start the inning. Even if you don't end up getting a hit or drawing a walk, at least you're making the guy work a little bit and giving your pitcher a chance to rest a little.
The 3-1. And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of a steal when he's on base.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance he's running here, and good luck trying to stop him.
Next up is the sneaky pop of Nicky Delmonico. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch coming. Here it is. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Ready with the 0-1, and he fouls this one off. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
Hey, I can understand why he wanted to elevate the fastball right there. This batter's eyes have been lit up since he stepped in the box. Let's see if he gets him fishing on something breaking in the dirt right here.
The 1-2. Hit out towards second. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. A man left for the White Sox, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. At the plate, Jose Ramirez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Two 2-0 pitch on the way. There's a strike.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in the zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off walk.
Fastball in there, 3-2.
3-2.
And this is swung on and missed, and the American League's leading hitter is gone on strikes, one away.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Edwin Encarnacion now comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lifted in the air out to right. Garcia giving chase. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And as you can see there, both guys topping out at 96 miles an hour. So striding forward now, Michael Brantley hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat. Here comes the first pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at bat. It's ball 1. Now the 1-0. Popped him up. Davidson shading to his right, and the inning is over. So they breeze through this half of the inning. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The White Sox lead this one 3-0. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Line toward right center. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2.
Outside of home runs, nothing fires me up more than watching a good baseball player drive the ball in the opposite field. Talking about hitting the inside half of the baseball, that's exactly what happened right there. And when we say inside half of the baseball, imagine the ball coming to a complete stop halfway between home plate and the pitcher's mound, and then cutting that baseball in half and highlighting the inside half. That's where you're trying to take the knob of your bat or the hands to that spot and carve the inside half of the baseball with power.
Here's the 0-1. Right over the middle, knee high. Here's the 0-2. And this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and that'll hold the count at 0-2. Anderson aboard here at first with nobody out. And a waste pitch there, 1-2.
You know, that almost works like a pitch out there. Maybe you get the guy to chase out of the zone, but at the very least, it gives the catcher something good to throw if the man on first is on the move.
The count now at 2-2.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
Now a throw over, and he'll dive back in. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire. But what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
Here's a look over to first and a dive, but he's back in there. Stepping in now, Jacob May. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. A 1 pitch on its way. Grounded fouled off to the right side. Here's the 0-2. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Bauer pauses. First pitch on the way. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Lifted in the air out towards left center. After it is Brantley. And this is hauled in on the run as he takes quite a tumble but hangs on, and the inning is over. One more look at the circus catch in left field. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Leading off the inning, Eric Thames, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Eric Thames.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Now the 1-0 is in there for strike 1.
We're playing 11. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2. And a fastball just a bit up. Little chopper back to the mound. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batter, right fielder, Hayden Mateo.
Standing in, Hayden Mateo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. And now a pitch on the way. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. No runs, 2 hits, no errors to this point for the Indians. Davidson trying to get there. The 0-2 once more. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
2-2 the count. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Fouled away. The 3-2 one more time. Again, he sends it out of play. The next 3-2. Count still full, 3-2. Davidson is over to take a look at it, and that's going to land foul. Another full count pitch home. And whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4 according to Woody Keller.
Now batting, center fielder.
Into the box now, Tyler Naquin. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
In today's game, if they're going to give you an out, you take it. You have to find a way to execute a pitch in the zone, allow him to get the bunt down, and take the out at first.
The 1-0 home is a fastball down below the knees.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Here it comes, the 3-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. Mateo stands at first with 1 out. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
I think it's a real possibility that they put that run on first in motion. That would help them stay out of that double play that would end the inning, but that's also kind of risky at the same time.
Three-two pitch. Popped him up. Davidson in foul ground. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Francisco Mejia.
Coming to the plate now, Francisco Mejia. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch on its way. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
1 strike.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Started that swing a bit too early.
Hey, this guy is one strike away from absolutely cruising through the first 5 innings. No need to even warm up the bullpen the way this guy's pounding the zone.
Fouled off. The next 0-2 is taken for ball 1.
I like that he tried to tie him up inside on that pitch, but it was a little bit of a risky situation because if you're off just a little bit, you can end up plunking a guy. That's the last thing you want to do when you've got a guy 0-2.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Indians leave 1. Still down 3-0. Rosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Jose Abreu is ready to start out the inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A changeup over the inside corner. Line to the right side. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
That's the only way to combat a nasty cutter. You have to find a way to fight to stay inside that baseball and drive it the other way.
Ready for another shot now, Matt Davidson. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Changeup in for a strike. And that one stayed too low, apparently. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. The 1-2. Hammered the other way to deep right field. Mateo racing back, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Wow, throw a tent over it and bring out the clown. Looked like a three-ring circus out there. One outfielder mistimes his jump and the ball gets past him. His buddy has to back him up and get the ball in. A good thing, too. Otherwise, it could have been a triple or even an inside the Parker.
Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. Here comes the Indians manager to make that slow trip to the mound. And he's going to make the change here. That's going to be all for Trevor Bauer. So he'll depart after working just 4+ innings, as this will not go down as a quality start, that's for sure. Henderson Alvarez is going to have his work cut out for him here. 2 runners in scoring position, so he'll try to leave them right where they are. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Alvarez, the former Philly, he signed as a free agent with this organization earlier in the season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during the season is not always easy, opening the doors to a big league clubhouse and trying to get to know your teammates. The best way to get to know them is to go out and produce.
1-1 the count to Wellington Castillo.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
On the ground to the right side. Spin throw gets him at first. A great play, but a run will come in to score.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. Brings home the run with a ground ball, but also moves the other guy over to third base. Good job of keeping it simple there.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Davidson takes his lead at third with one away. 1-1.
Outside.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Standing in now, Nicky Delmonico lifted the other way down the left field line. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. White Sox pick up just the 1. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the White Sox 4 and the Indians nothing. Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
First offering on its way. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1. Pops this one up. Making the play over there is Abreu for the first out.
Second baseman number 22, Jason Kipnis.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. He was a double play victim last time around. First pitch coming. Here it is. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the break, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
And there's ball 1.
Playing 11.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors to this point for the Indians. And that's off his leg on the mound. Nice recovery play to get the second out, but we'll have to make sure he's okay on the mound. Now, it doesn't look like the manager fully agrees with that out call at first. It appears he may opt to challenge it and have the play reviewed.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout. But here's another look at it. Wow. Tough to tell if he was out for certain from that angle. I can see why this was a really tough call for the umpire.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision.
All right, we'll take one last look at it here. The question is there enough video evidence to change the call to safe? And wow, from that look at it, I think he did beat that throw. This challenge might work out for him.
The decision appears to have been made as the headset comes off, and the runner is safe. So the call is overturned. The runner will stay at first base, and they maintain the right to challenge further plays going forward.
And the batter moves base.
Into the box, Jose Ramirez.
As he'll swing and pop it up toward the left side of the infield.
Davidson takes charge, and he's got it. 2 down.
The batter, number 10. Designated hitter.
Striding forward now is the DH, Edwin Encarnacion. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. He's set. Here it comes. Lays off 1-0.
A veteran hitter certainly knows when he's got wheels on first base, he's probably getting a fastball, and he's probably getting it middle away. Might be a great time to get super aggressive.
A ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. And it's fouled away.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change. He had to be sitting off speed right there.
Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Kipnis is off at first with 2 away. Ooh, good changeup, just missed inside. Here now the 2-2. He's offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. 1 left for the Tribe. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Digging in and looking for more, Tim Anderson. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. First delivery to him on the way. And he lays off there, 1-0.
No strike.
Two and 0 now. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. The 2-1 home. It's a swinging bunt up the line. That winds up foul. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Leury Garcia waits on deck. Shoots this one over to first. Thames has it, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Leury Garcia.
Ready once again, Leury Garcia. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. Line drive, base hit to right.
Last pitch was a fastball. Tries to double up with the same piece of cheese, and it gets turned around. Nice piece of hit.
Into the box now. Jacob May offered at and missed. Here's the throw. Not in time. He's in there at second. 0-1 count and the pitch. skied into very shallow right. Mateo is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, right fielder, Avisail Garcia.
So here is Avisail Garcia, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Here comes the pitch for Garcia.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And it's 0-2 to Avisail Garcia.
There seem to be different philosophies on it. So, Dan, what was your approach at 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive pitches, Matt. Throw something down in the zone or just...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. White Sox leave 1, but they're in front 4-0. Back here on the south side of Chicago, White Sox on top in this one. But before we get out to the 7th, let's take a look at our game summary through the first 6. Here's Michael Brantley. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
No balls and a strike to count. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And the pitch. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. In there, 1-2 now.
Hey, this guy has been locating his fastball all game to perfection. Talking to a number of big league pitchers over the years, they'll tell you a well-executed fastball with good location is still the best pitch in the game.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Stepping in now, Eric Thames. As he rips it on the ground to second. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Not an easy thing to do right there, Dero, with that stacked infield on the right side. You hit it through where the shift is, have to hit that in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, he found a good result right there, Dan. Pitcher actually executed right there. Got him to hit it where he wanted to. Put good barrel, good contact on that ball, and was able to find the hole.
And a layoff fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. It was a walk in his last trip. The 1-0. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. The 1-1 home. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 1-2. Line drive to center field, and that's in there. Base hit.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. And his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
Mike Napoli will get the call to pinch hit here, and he'll find he has a couple of runners aboard with only one out in the inning. Napoli, a 36-year-old veteran, his contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
1-1 is a sinker in the dirt. Previously against Carlos Rodon, he's 0 for 8. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. The 2-1 home. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Thames rounds third and is digging for the plate. Mateo rounds the corner and is headed home. He comes across to score as it's now a 2-run game.
Always nice to get some run production from the bottom of your order, right? That double brings in 2 runs, and the top of the order is coming up here. This could really be a big inning.
Here comes the White Sox skipper out toward the mound, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left aboard, but he cannot lose this one. Juan Minaya will come on in relief here and appear in game number 25 on the year so far.
Minaya.
Standing in now, Francisco Mejia, as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. And it'll appear as though we'll see a pinch runner now as Rajai Davis takes over on the base paths. Davis, a runner at second with 1 away. In the dirt here. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. One and one. Here it comes. Hit sharply on the ground. Moncada has it, and there are 2 away now.
Up next for Cleveland, shortstop Francisco.
Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat.
Matty, he checks every box. Charisma, smile, hits from both sides of the plate with pop, defense, you name it. GM's dream right here.
Men on third with 2 down. And he fouls this one off.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
Indian shortstop behind 1 and 2 in the count. Now that's popped up, and this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Francisco Lindor. Two outs here with a runner at third. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Moncada has got it, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Stretch time here on the south side of Chicago. And the White Sox are out in front, 4-2. Rajay Davis will stay in the ballgame as he takes over in center.
Now playing center field, number 26, Rajay Davis.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up.
First baseman, Jose Abreu.
Here's the first pitch to him. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Wow, not sure what the pitcher was thinking, serving up a fastball right over the heart of the plate. His eyes got as big as saucers as he blasts this thing, putting himself in the scoring position to start off the inning.
In now, Matt Davidson. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. A ball and 2 strikes to Matt Davidson.
1 ball.
7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. Fouled away. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Line to the right side. Mateo is right there as he takes it for the 2nd out.
The batter, second baseman, Yoan Moncada.
Up next for Chicago, Yoan Moncada, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch on its way. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching him.
And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now.
Yeah, right there. It's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. A man left for the White Sox as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Xavier Cedeno has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Xavier Cedeno.
Ready for another chance? Jason Kipnis. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan of bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Just got a piece of the fastball that time as it's chopped foul at the plate for strike 1. This is line to left. And Kipnis is going to reach on a base hit. Leadoff hitters aboard, and that means the tying run will come forward here in the late innings.
I'm shocked he got to that pitch right there. In today's game of loading up, leg kicks, toe taps, dropping the hands, trying to create launch angle, that high heater usually gets by.
Digging in, Jose Ramirez. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry Francona and the Cleveland Indians. This guy burst on the scene in 2016, just absolutely set that lineup on fire. They were looking for a guy to bail out Michael Brantley, and the production they would miss from him in the lineup, and Jose Ramirez filled that admirably.
Boy, D-Roll, when you're starting to swing it like this team is, doesn't matter. They bring in a new relief pitcher, right? And he gets greeted with back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do. In today's day and age of bullpen down your throat, you very rarely see back-to-back knocks when these guys are throwing smoke.
That's one of the keys, too. When you come in facing guys out of the bullpen, they're being taught to throw strikes early, and they're taking advantage of it. He's throwing strikes, and they're jumping all over him.
From the belt, the pitch. Low for ball 1.
This is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from him a little, so we'll see how he deals with it.
Here's the 1-0. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it, too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and 2 runners advance. Now they're both into scoring position.
Now the 2-0 home. 3-0 now.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. And this one misses for ball 4, and now that'll load him up here with nobody out.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
So stepping in, Michael Brantley, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First delivery to him on the way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
Now the 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Breaking ball in for a strike. Now the 2-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. Possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. Missed with a breaking ball. Eric Thames waits on deck. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule.
I can tell you from experience, bases loaded, nobody out, and you get an infield pop-up, that feels just as good as a strikeout. And now he's just a double play ball away from getting out of this mess.
Into the box now, Eric Thames. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. From the stretch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
This is a situation where you have to step out of the box and tell yourself, my job is to get the runner in from third. It'd be nice to gap one and get them both in, but you want to take a little pressure off you offensively and just focus on being productive.
The second for 1. On to first, it's a double play. And another crisis is averted here as the inning is over. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Next will be the designated hitter, Nicky Delmonico. No hits for him yet in the game despite his team's offensive onslaught. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
And a good throw gets him 1 gone. And in a 4-2 game, time to check the numbers here. It's our starter comparison as we see how these two performances stack up against one another. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one just missed outside.
1 ball, no strikes.
Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Now batting, left fielder, Leori Garcia.
Stepping into the box, Leori Garcia. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes.
1-0.
Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. A ball and a strike. Pulled toward right center field. Davis on the run. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1-2-3 go the White Sox, but they still lead this one 4-2. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show. Great to have you with us from Chicago as the 9th is set to get underway. Luis Avila comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Stepping into the box, Hayden Mateo. He singled his last time up.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Now the 2-1. It's the outside corner for the second strike. The 2-2 doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
And in a 2-run game right here, you really don't want to walk the leadoff guy to start an inning. You've got to keep that tying run in the on-deck circle as long as you can.
And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th.
Up next for Cleveland, center fielder.
Digging in now, Rajay Davis. First pitch coming. Here it is. Shows bunt as he gets this one down. And there's one away.
Up next for Cleveland, Castro.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Francisco Mejia. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head. Mateo
leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. A 1-2 count to the Indians catcher. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. Now it's swinging a ground ball. This should do it. Anderson scoops it up. Throw on to first will take care of him, and the White Sox will put an end to their 3-game skid as this ball game is over.
I expect this series to be a battle, so to take the first game at home is definitely the way you want to start it out. Give that home crowd a reason to come back tomorrow for what will hopefully be another solid performance.
4-2 the final score tonight. The Chicago White Sox jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Carlos Rodon notches his 3rd win of the year. Trevor Bauer was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. Luis Avila hammers down the save, his 15th of the campaign. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Cleveland, 2 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They run 10 men. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 48 minutes. A reminder that extra CPA Redline friends will be available at the Sox 35th Street Station, and that Hayes Go-Go Sox Express buses are available outside of guaranteed rate